Hi, so today we're going to talk Moleskine paper quality. Is it now fountain pen friendly? What's kind of going on with that? And just an overall look at Moleskine and uh, the paper uses and so on. Let's go ahead and get started. I'm Tammy Inman and this is A Peach Life. And these are my Moleskines for 2024-2025. So I want to share with you guys because when I came across this, I started doing a little research on social media and saw other people have come across this also. So I want to just start with what is kind of going on. So when I was in New York a few weeks back and I stopped at the Moleskine store at Rockefeller Center and I picked up my 2025 daily journal / planner. I think they call it daily journal. And so I picked that up. I know it's just like the paper quality is just for pens, not fountain pens. That's completely fine. I just wanted to use it to jot down and carry around with me and so on. I'll also tell you a little bit about those covers I'm utilizing, just so you know. I'll share that with you too at the end in case you have any questions about that. Okay, so my whole point was for the daily is not to necessarily write daily in here, but to have a little carry around chunky notebook that's going to kind of go with me all year long, where I can journal, I can jot down thoughts, I can scribble something out, something that I'm not going to be something I'm not worried about. So many times in our planners, like we have Hobonichi and our Travelers Company inserts and all that, we want it to be so nice and look extra pretty and so on. Or we want at least all our information to be in there, but like in a really nice format. And so this is none of that for me. It can be on some pages, but it's not for that. It's not for show or anything like that. It's just sort of to jot and have a little something with me all the time. I love to have a little pen and paper. I love to write. I love to have my ideas. I like to jot down my theories of stuff I'm researching or learning about and so on. So this is a catch-all for me. And I knew just bringing a pen along is going to be just wonderful. So, and I've already started in mine, even though it's 2025, because like I said, it's really not about the dates or anything like that. It's, even though I will have stickers and such in here, it's really just like a little hodgepodge of stuff. So it's really lovely. It's lovely to have so that it's like a no rhyme, no reason, no rules, but a little comfort. And then I can also have information that I put in here that later I'll put over to an art journal, like a poem or a saying or something like that I caught while I was out and I jotted that down, or dates and information, or scribble things down when I'm on the phone, or, however you want to utilize it. So that's an overall of why I got it and grab it. But I wanted to tell you, I also wanted the 2024-2025 notebook insert. I'm gonna grab a little sip of my iced Americano in my new holiday Starbucks mug. Okay, so when I was at the store, the little cute Moleskine store at Rockefeller Center, they were all out of the soft cover weekly 2024-2025. So I just put in an order on Amazon because I started thinking I might not be able to find it like at a bookstore or so on. So when I arrived home, a few days later, my 2024-2025 weekly arrived. and I started jotting down in it, and I really wanted to utilize it for my YouTube and to make sure I'm answering those questions you guys had, or if there's information I need to look up. I really wanted it to catch all for my YouTube and things that I'd like to share with you guys and information and mix it up. I like to do my watercolors and art journaling and planners, and also my little hacks and things that I do, altering items that I like to share as well. So I just want to make sure, like, I jot those things down and I'm sharing them in like a good little way in order, not just giving you all one thing, because I love so much. So that I thought would just be perfect. And even though there's only a few months left of 2024, I wanted to have that in here and roll it over to 2025. So with that said, I start writing in it and utilizing it. And then I notice, oh, something's going on with this paper. Like, it's different, it's smoother, it's softer. And so just trying to figure that out. And I thought, let me try my fountain pen with it. And so I did, and I didn't have that bleed through. So when I checked it, just my very juiciest fountain pen with ruby red ink had a hint of a bleed through, but my go-to did not. And so I thought, wow, that's really interesting, because on the regular everyday quality paper, you get tremendous amount of bleed through with everything you use. It's just bleed through all over the place. So I thought, I wonder if they're coming out with a new paper or what's going on. So then I did a little research online, and I saw other people talking about it, other people sharing tips of where they think what notebooks might have this and so on. And so I started to look at my information. And so there was a little theory of 8 of these squares. Now mine has the 6 area, well, including the M. And then there was a little theory of if it says forestry. And so I looked around, and I remembered I had recently come across the last few months Seaweed Kisses, and she's like real into Moleskine. So I thought, let me go see what she says, since she seems to be like the little guru of Moleskine. And there she's on there mentioning the forestry, like she had these little aha moments. The squares is only I heard from her, the 8 squares. The forestry I heard from her, and then it looks like some other people started sharing about it after. And also I'd heard like maybe the quality control, but that seemed to be kind of getting thrown off, and so on. So I'm going to tell you guys all this not to be repeating everything that other people are saying or that you're kind of finding for yourself, but I came across 2 things that I noticed also might be the ticket. But I will tell you, my good paper did not have the 8 like was mentioned, but it does have the forestry, and that's the label. So I thought, let me order another 2024, 2025 and see. I'm going to order it from the same shop on Amazon that I ordered this one from, and another 2025 daily. I thought I can always give it to my niece or something like that. And I don't, like I said, don't use it for the date. So lo and behold, I get one, and it has all the exact same information on this part of the label, the same squares, the same forestry, except for it has a different quality control label, and it now has this on the back, which this one did not. It had this label here. So I test the paper and not fountain pen friendly. Even with my fountain pen that normally doesn't bleed through most things, not fountain pen friendly. So that was interesting. The only differences it had, and it was purchased from the same store, the only differences I saw right out the gate was the quality control and this label. So I thought, okay, let me check the 2025 that also came with it. And its label has the 6, like the little marks. It also says forestry. It has the same quality control and the same label. And lo and behold, it has the same regular Moleskine paper, not the fountain pen friendly. Which again, I didn't buy these to be fountain pen friendly, but it's just an added like lovely bonus. But what they do have in common is those labels and the quality control. So I'm like, I'm going to do one more option, and I'm just going to get the straight 2025 weekly. So this is the daily. This is the 2024-25 weekly, same weekly and daily. So I thought, let me do one more time. So I ordered from a completely different shop on Amazon. And no, sorry, not on Amazon. Is this one on Amazon, or did I get it at the bookstore? Yeah, Amazon. Okay, so it arrives, and here we go again. It has the same like 6 squared area. It's 5 squares with an M, but 6 squared area. So it doesn't have the 8 that was mentioned. My one from Rockefeller Center, I tossed that, so we don't know what that is. And it has the forestry, but you flip it over and guess what? It has the same quality control that these ones have. And it has that same white little label, and it has the regular paper. So when I check it, it's got bleed through. Not horrible, but it's got bleed through. So I will say there is something with those green lime labels and this little thing, because my good one, well, it's not a good one. It's just my fountain pen friendly paper one did not have that white label. And I will tell you, this yellow quality control doesn't mean a whole lot, because I have some larger notebooks that have the same color quality control, and the paper is not fountain pen friendly. So this could have something to do with it, this little white label. But I will show you a big factor of what I have noticed. And so I'm going to set those aside. When I take all my non-fountain pen friendly ones and stack those together, I'm going to take this one out. I will show you that the ribbon on all of them is the same exact ribbon. But on my fountain pen friendly ribbon, it's completely different. It has a really tight weave, and it's a slightly different color, more gray than like a purpley lavender. I'm going to put that close to each other. I mean, I feel like I can see in the camera the big difference, the texture, all of that. It's also a thinner ribbon, not as wide. So if you look at that next to all of them, that is one thing for sure in common that my fountain pen friendly paper has, that's just obvious and noticeable. So if you go to the store and you go to look, you can't tell, because they really tuck these in nice into the notebook. and then they're all packaged up. Whoops, I'm gonna show you. And they're all packaged up, and you can't tell when it's like that at all. So then I would go off of, does it have this label? Maybe. I'm not necessarily looking for a fountain pen friendly one. I just thought that was very interesting. These three, I will utilize all three of them. These two, I mean, I could end up using for some. This one, like I said, the 2025 doesn't matter. So it's okay that I got that. And this one might come in handy for something else. Or like I said, I can give them to one of my little nieces or something like that for their school and work and projects and stuff. And it's a perfect little go-to size. So anyways, I just noticed that difference in the quality of paper. And I just thought, what's going on? And of course, went to social media, and oh my gosh, you guys are amazing at all the information you guys have out there. So I was looking it up. And again, like I said, I'm sure there might be a lot of other Moleskine people out there, but I had come across not long ago Seaweed Kisses, and she just, I feel like, has been the guru of Moleskine for years and years and years, it seems like, as I kind of click through the videos and stuff. And so I have my Moleskines from past years. Let me grab this one. My 2022, 2023, I kept because it's so cute. A lot of times I don't keep my covers at all unless they're like the Beauty and the Beast or Hello Kitty, things like that. And this paper is really, really thin. Of course, and I got to stop doing this, and I have stopped, but getting doubles of things, and I say that and I have doubles, but I have uses. When I just get doubles because it's cute, oof, I got to stop that. But I end up using it as like a little doodle sketchy type book. And here where it's going to bleed through, I just put a little glue and attach 2 pages together. So I still utilize it. I still will test my pens and jot stuff down, and however, it's like a good little scribble, scrabble, warm up type booklet. Anyways, but I really loved when they used to have the special little covers, and so I would get a Moleskine every single year. And when I was in the Rockefeller Center store in Manhattan just a few weeks back, I was talking with them, and I asked, like, how come they don't have all that cuteness so much? And if they do, it's in the larger size, like the Harry Potter and such. And she said, like, their new CEO just felt like it's so kiddish and people don't want that stuff. And yeah, it was really shocking and surprising, because I was like, no, we do. And even though they are kid things, you can call it that, like Hello Kitty and the Peanuts, Snoopy stuff. And it's just like that child at heart kind of stuff, and the nostalgia of it, and the little, you know, bringing back those memories as a kid, or to have something cute and special. I don't know. I don't worry about what people think of my things, or if they're kidsy or cutesy. I like cute stuff. I am all about the cuteness. So that was disappointing. I'm going to write a letter. I'm going to write to Moleskine and tell her that we do want that cuteness, and there's a place for it. And you can have just a solid color cover, and that's fine for many people. But like the cute stuff, it always is sold out. It appears to have a space in the planner community where people love that. So I don't know. I hope this CEO changes things. She's the same person who believes like, there's no correct way to say it however you want. Like Moleskine doesn't put out like how to pronounce it anymore. I feel like back in the day it was Moleskine. That's what I kind of just go with. But like, it doesn't matter how you say it. You can say Moleskine, whatever. But I do like to know what the actual correct is. I may not use that, but I'd like to know what it is. So even when you ask in the store, and we went to a kiosk, a Moleskine kiosk at another little area in New York, and they said the same thing, like, oh, it's however you want to say it. They won't even say, because they've been so told to say that. So anyways, so I think they're missing something by not doing the cute things, not as many of the cute things, and definitely not in pocket size. So, okay. Okay, let me show you guys the covers real quick. I've shared this in a past video, them in my Chic Sparrow covers, but I did a little altering to this one, so it's something new. But this, I got asked about this yellow, and it's not from the Tea House collection, the chamomile. It's prior. It's like it has a really cute little name. It's years prior, actually. And I feel like it was based off of somebody, like a YouTuber or somebody who really used Chic Sparrow a lot. I really have been drawing a blank for days hoping to come up with it for you guys. But anyways, it's a pocket, like a standard 4-string pocket. And I just tuck it in the back there. And it fits on it like really nicely. It doesn't overhang. And you could tell it's older by the pin loop that's stitched on the way it is. They haven't done that in forever. And then this one here is also a pocket. This leather's a little thinner. I will say I pretty much don't keep it in a cover. I feel like that's the beauty of this little guy, that I sort of just love just having it with me and tossing it into my bag or on my golf cart for around town. Like, I'm always throwing it. I should have maybe got the hardcover. We'll see. I typically always get the hardcover. This is like my first time not, so we'll see how that goes. But I wanted to share with you guys, it fits so nicely if you are a cover person. I used to be like a cover for everything. And for some reason, I'm sort of liking just the little simplicity of carrying this guy around. Even like trying to put clear covers, just, I'm not ready for that either. This is just like the little special ticket right now. But this, I feel like, doesn't go with me everywhere. It stays on my desk. And like I said, this is my YouTube one. And I'm going to tuck that back in the pocket here. And just ideas and things you guys mention, I can jot that down and look into. So it's just little bits, and it's really helpful for me and keeps me on track and bring things over. And again, I just recently got it, so it's not all filled up, but I can use this back part for ideas. And also good at keeping track and making sure I'm staying consistent every week and sharing and all of that. I love when other YouTubes are very consistent and put out their videos each week, whether it's 1, 2, 3, 4, or some post every single day. I like the consistency of that, so I want to make sure I'm doing that. Then over here, this one, so I write like a little personal stuff's written in. It's my day-to-day, sort of like it's the things, just like how I take care of myself. And that could be from the food, to going for walks, to chiropractor, to reading, to painting, my overall just little care. And I can take a look at that at a glance, the week at a glance, because that is the format, and just kind of see like what I haven't been doing. I haven't been giving myself that time to enjoy reading or going to the bookstore or out on my golf cart and taking my watercolor paints down to the lake. And if you're new to the channel or you're not aware, I live in a little golf cart community, Peachtree City in Georgia. And I think it's like 10,000 or something golf carts we have. And we have hundreds of miles of paths and all the stuff you can ride your golf carts on. You can go through Starbucks drive-through. We even have special parking and everything for your golf carts. You can go to your doctor's appointment on your golf cart. You can pick up groceries. We even have prime parking spots for groceries. So I'm always on my golf cart, like 99% of the time. If I am in town, I am on my golf cart. Only when I kind of leave town do I use my car. So just keeping a track of that, because I feel like it's so important to take care of ourselves. Many times, like my boys are, I guess, kind of grown. They're in their early to mid 20s. And I always just gave so much of myself to them, like put them everything. They're just my little love of my life, my birdies. And just starting to learn more to take better care of myself and put myself first, and not necessarily first, but like to really take care of myself and make sure I'm filling up my cup so that I have to give to them in a better way, and to be like filled up so I have that good energy to give, not tired, grouchy energy. So I really enjoyed that. I really enjoyed having this just to kind of keep track of like, oh, wow, this week I really did do good. And I took care of myself, and I went for little walks, and I went to the sauna at the gym, and I got my chiropractor appointment in, and so on. And I was eating really good, or I had too many little goodies that day. And again, I guess just keeping myself on track. So if you guys were here for the paper quality, I'm sorry. I didn't know I was going to go off on these little side stories, but the paper quality part is over. Sorry, I guess it's been over. I apologize. But the same consistency of writing that down, I feel like is the same like my YouTube. It will come into play of making sure I do those things for myself and take care of myself and be consistent. So getting that secondary one really helped out, and having them here, and I kind of just leave this on my desk either like this or like this. And I have this little part back here that I can take and close that up. But I'm going to show you what I did do. So if you're obsessed and you love your chic sparrows and you don't want anything to happen to them and you want to keep them in their order, this may not be for you. But I certainly have no problem, if you've been here a bit, hacking something, trying and altering it, and finding like a new use and purpose for it. So with that said, I will tell you, I did a slit. I didn't even get like a ruler out. So I will tell you, you may want to do that if you're thinking of doing this. I just took the notebook. So if you look at this one here, where the stitching and everything is, and the pages, I just kind of took my little knife here and I just ran it right down. And that was it. I just slit through. I will tell you, mine, I got lucky and it didn't go through, but I would put some sort of cutting board, or, you know, the little thin self-healing boards, or something in there in place you may want to do. You might not want to go a little crazy like I did, but I just felt for what pressure I thought I needed to give, and I did that slit. And I stayed a nice little distance away from the stitching, which I'll show you. You can see it still gives like a really nice clean line, but I stayed that little distance from the stitching. and I just tucked my notebook in, and it's in there like nice and snug. I could take it out, but it is like slowly, I just slowly each side give it a little pull, and I worked it into there. And then I also did, which you may not want to do, but I did a little tiny slit here at the top and here, just so my elastic can kind of come in and around for when I close it up. But I like that I'm still able to utilize these pockets if I wanted to, which I'm going to put that back in there because it goes to this one. So, and oh, the whole point of that, because yeah, I could have absolutely just tucked this in the front pocket here because it fits in the front pocket. And if yours is tight, just get a bone folder or something and kind of get in there and pull it through because they use a glue. But it will tuck in the front. So you could tuck one in the front and tuck one in the back pocket, and you can have it like that. But I felt like when it laid over, it just didn't, let me show you. It just didn't, even though this one's thicker, let's go with these guys. So when you do that and you're writing, it just, see how it doesn't lay flush and stuff, depending where you're at in that notebook. So I just thought my workaround for that was to put it in this side, because for whatever reason, it lays better. But as it starts to get bulkier and like you don't want to write on that slant, you could just take and open your notebook, and then you have a flush surface. But if you tucked it in here, you can't take that and flip it out of the way. So I like that I can still have it all together, but flip it out of the way and utilize that. And I can also open up to my dates and just see both things like at a glance. It just works like 1,000,000 times better. And if you're willing to slit yours and cut that, which I am. And if I ever change my mind, I just know a little dab of glue, press that, and I'm sure it would hardly even be noticeable ever again. But I can't imagine that I will do that. I am loving this so much, and I would just keep this cover for this purpose. This is like a really nice worn-in cover, and it holds 2 of the 2024, 2025 weekly inserts. It also holds 1 daily, just like this pocket one does. And, okay. So with that said, these are the ones that I'm utilizing. And this one is a non-date one. It's just kind of like start a new one when it's finished. These are just for here at my desk. These are not like my daily little planner, but just at my desk that I can jot down as needed. And then I will, in an upcoming video, go over my 2025 planner with you guys. The reason why I'm keeping these things separate from my planner is I may want to keep one or both, or toss one and keep another moving forward. But if I kind of have all this in one thing, it gets lost, and I'm not going to carry this around with me. It's not necessary. If there's something I need, I can just jot it in my notes and transfer it later, or on a Post-it, or in here. So I will share upcoming my actual everyday carry planner that I'll be using for 2025. And I will tell you, so we'll see what happens in the video, but I'm kind of in between the Sterling Ink Passport, which I have, and I'll show as how I've kind of decorated that, and For as much as I kind of complained about the Travelers Company Passport Weekly and not having that side, like it all being on one page and not having a note side, I don't know. I started kind of loving it towards the end of the year because that's what I'm using. So we'll see. Those are the two top contenders. And sadly, because I do this all the time, that Hobonichi A6 is calling me. Especially, oh, let me tell you guys this. Especially my birdie, my son Joshua. He's my youngest of my boys. He is in Japan right now. He actually went the other day, and we looked up the Travelers Company store in Hobonichi and where he's going to be at and staying in reference to where they are and where he's kind of going. And so he marked those on his little map in his phone. And I sent him some pictures to keep in his phone of like, okay, this, if you come across the Hobonichi, this is what I'm looking for. If you hit the Travelers Company store, this may be what I'm looking for. And if you can FaceTime me, even better. He's already sent me a little video of right out the gate at the airport, a little cuteness of the stationery shop. I think I'll post that for you guys on my shorts, maybe tonight or tomorrow. So cute that the first thing he did in the airport was do a little video of some cute stationery for me. So I just love that. My boys are just so wonderful most of the time. So anyways, they're thoughtful. They're so thoughtful. I love that. And okay, and if he sends other little videos or little clips or snippets, I'll share those with you guys too. So kind of check out the shorts area and the community for photos on my Maine and Peach Life page, YouTube page. That's where I'm going to post those for you guys. So if you want to see any of his little happenings or cuteness he's finding in Japan, I'm going to post them over there. And he's so cute because he was kind of saying, do you want to go with me on this trip? And I get so like, oh, I don't know. I got to think about this. But he's like, let me go. Let me figure it out. See if he'll ever want to go back. And if he does, he'll know the ropes, so to speak, and show me around. So anyways, that is my Moleskine paper quality / cover / hint of a little chit chat with you guys. And so I will, again, share my 2025 coming up soon. Oh my goodness, some little hacks I've done to my art toolkit. Little carrying cases that I absolutely love. I can't wait to share with you guys. So I will see and chat with you soon. Please like if you enjoyed this video. And if you haven't subscribed, I sure would love to have you here with all of us. Thanks so much.